course, you don't hear much about that through the mass control corporate media, but it's happening, and there will be a backlash. It will come, and things will balance out a little bit, but see, it's already on the books. And this Homeland Security thing, once you create that whole level of bureaucracy, I guarantee it'll never go away. The CIA is a good example. That was intended to be exactly what it says, the Central Intelligence Agency. It was going to be a small agency that was going to take the intelligence from the Army and the Air Force and the Navy and everybody else and coordinate it. And it was intended to stop duplication of effort. And instead it created a whole monster that we're still having to deal with, okay? And it'll never go away. Homeland Security will never go away. We should never have passed it in the first place, but there was no debate, no talk. They got Homeland Security the night it started off, it was a 30-page thesis saying here's what we probably need to do, and by the time it got to Congress it was 500 pages, and they got it the night before the vote. Now folks, I don't care how smart you are, you can't read 500 pages, absorb it, think about it, and make an intelligent decision. And I'll tell you, for that one fact alone, and I'm not even going to argue the merits of Homeland Security, but for the mere fact that your representatives passed a law that they hadn't even read, I think should be cause enough for a recall. You ought to throw every one of them out. Because what's the first thing a lawyer will tell you? Never sign anything until you've read it. And these guys passed the Patriot Act and the Homeland Security, and they didn't even read it. They had no idea what they were passing. Does any of y'all remember back about 1997 or 1998, there was a little furor that got going over something called a banking program called Know Your Customer. Anybody remember that? Yeah, and the whole idea is that your bank was going to have to turn around and be a snitch to the federal government. If your deposits somehow were a little bit different than the normal, or if you withdrew an inordinate amount of money or whatever, they were going to report you, be required to report you. And they were going to keep massive personal information files, okay? Your wife, your family, et cetera, et cetera.